Hi everyone, welcome back. It's Kristi. Today I want to work on some slim slips paperclip covers. I got this idea from Tracie Fox. This video is probably, I'll leave it in the description box. It's probably 6 months ago. But I made one and I used just a little keychain, and I had this charm. You know, I just grabbed something that was on my desk. So show you how it gets used in the book. So let's find a coffee dyed page. And this is really cool because it can get attached to the side of the page and it has the little dingly dingly, or it can go on the top of a page. It can go on the bottom of the page as well. It's nice and snug, so you know, it could go on the bottom wherever you want it. Now this one is from our generic Ephemera collection, so this is going to go over there because I am going to make a bunch of these on one of my Saturday Build Your Stash days, so this one's going to go over there. And then I made one to go with this kit, and it's from one of the ephemera sheets that I got from Graphics Fairy that matches some of the images in the Cozy Rosy. So I thought that really turned out cool, and I had these pink bulb clips, and I had a little bird, looks like in a bird cage, little charm, so I stuck that on there, and I am going to use that one right here, and we are going to make another one of these. So these are just cutoffs from one of the other pieces of ephemera that I have. It doesn't matter. They need to be 1.5 inches wide, and you need one that is 2 3/4 and one that is 2 3/8. That's the difference, and that's going to allow for this room here, because basically we're making a slip. I guess I should have shown you that one. Where did I put the book? Basically, there's 2 pieces of paper, 1 and 2, and each piece of this is there's a smaller piece and a larger piece. The smaller will slip into the smaller piece, the larger one will slip into the larger piece. Then this gets closed, and the paper clip is completely hidden. So once that gets closed, we'll punch a hole, stick an eyelet, and then we'll attach our charm. And it's easier. The first time I did it, I thought, man, it looked a little complicated, but it's not if you just follow the basic steps. So I've cut these pieces. I'm going to just use a little score line at 3/4 inch, which it happens to be right down. You could make these larger if you wanted to. If you have, like, I know Target has some 3-inch jumbo clips. They have 4-inch clips. You could probably make them smaller for the smaller clips, but I'm not sure how much smaller you could make them, because you need to make sure, I'm going to fold this in half and then I'll show you. You need to make sure that you have room around. Now, Tracie, when she did these, she sewed. And I am not going to sew. I'm just going to glue, and the glue works just fine as well. But you have to make sure you have enough of a margin on the sides to allow for that glue. So I am going to use the pink portion for the top, I think. You want to look at it and see what you want. Oh, I kind of like that on the outside. They both look good. But we're going to cut a little 5/8 inch piece out, and that is going to be cut out of the piece that you want to be at the top, okay? So if we want the pink to be at the top like that, that's the part we're going to cut, and I kind of like that. I like that, so I think that's where I'm going to go with it. So the piece we're going to cut out, I'm going to open this. This is the inside, okay? I picked which one I wanted on the outside, and this is going to be the inside, and I'm just going to draw a little pencil line like that. Okay, now you can go ahead, and that's just my template I want to save. Don't really need to save it, but if I'm going to make a bunch of them, I might as well have a template. So I'm going to take my scissors and I'm going to cut on that line, and I'm only going to go halfway, like to the score line. Okay, I'm getting a shadow, so I'm going to turn it. I'm only going to the score line, and then I am cutting this piece out right along that score line. Okay, then this one is going to be the opposite. Okay, so you can either put them face to face or back to back. I'm going to put them back to back. We want to line up the top, okay, like that, and then this is the piece I'm going to cut out. All right, so that when we put them side by side, we will have, go like this. These are the insides, these are the outsides, okay? Now, I can't use my half-inch punch on this. It doesn't seem to fit. It kind of eats it whole. So I'm using the 1/4-inch side, and I've got all, I don't ever need to even lift the lid. Everything falls out the side of this clip chomper. So anyway, I'm using the 1/4-inch side, and I'm going to fold these back, and I'm going to go ahead and round these corners. And we may have a little bit of trimming up to do. Sometimes the scoring is not exactly, there might be a little bit of paper white showing, and we're going to ink those. This doesn't look right to me at all, so I'm going to come back here and fix that. Yeah. Sometimes it's just not going to look right. All right. I think I am going to cut off this score line because I can see when I fold it that that looks funky. All right. So when you go in with your 5/8, go ahead and cut off that score line as well. And that will keep some of that . There we go. All right, now I'm not going to ink them yet. I'm going to go ahead and glue them closed. Now I'm going to attach my glue very thin right down the middle. If you've got art glitter glue, use that. I do not. I have glue stick and Fabri-Tac. So I'm going to use a very thin line of Fabri-Tac right on the center and then come around the edge like that on the smaller side, and I'm just going to give it a second, and there again I'm going to do the same thing on the smaller side of this piece. Right up along the edge, and I'm just letting it sit there long enough to get tacky. Some of that is going to ooze, and that's okay. We'll fix that when we get to it, but now it will be easier to make sure that it adheres. So, and like I said, there's a little bit of oozing. I'm just going to pull it off as I see it. I am going to use my scissors. Where did I put them? Put them back in here. I'm just, this little piece is bugging me. Just touching that up a little bit. I am going to trim off this little white. There we go. And I am going to ink around these, so it's not the end of the world if there's some white. And that white is on the inside, so it really wouldn't matter. But I'm just straightening up what I see on the outside. I probably need to sharpen my little chompers a little bit. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and ink these. And I am using Scattered Straw with this Cozy Rosy collection. Just going to go around the outside. I am going to ink a little bit inside only because some of this, especially on the longer one, will show just the bottom area. So I'll go ahead and ink it and then I don't have to worry about it. These are a lot of fun. I wish I could think up stuff like this. I think it's great. So thank you, Tracie, for thinking up these things in the middle of the night. Alright, now you do want to let that sit. Now, if you decide to sew, like I said, you're just going to sew around the whole piece, but right along the edge. If you go too far in, your paper clip's not going to fit in there. So you can see you have, you know, how much of a margin you have there. So if you're gluing, it depends on your glue. You just want to make sure that your glue is good and set. The Fabri-Tac is pretty quick. The art glitter glue, they set up really quick. So now you have a large one and a small one, and those are going to be relative to the size of your clip. So you're going to stick your long side in the long side, and you're going to go all the way down to where we cut that piece out. Okay, then making sure it's not lifting, I just want to make double sure. Then you're going to take your small piece and holding this here, because it will slide, you're going to slide this piece, okay, onto this piece, like so. Alright, and we're going to come all the way up so that you can see inside that is nice and snug along those two cut edges. Now I'm going to line this up nice, just like that, and I'm going to glue these two pieces together. So that seals in our paper clip. Okay, just going to let that sit a second and press. Now there again, depending on your glue, you know how long it's going to take to set. I apologize for all the ink all over me. I was doing something else with the walnut ink, and you know how that goes. Oh, it was making the other clip of this. When I made this one, I used the walnut stain. Oh my gosh. And it got everywhere. Anyway, I think that's pretty good. So I'm going to take my little crocodile. Use again the 3/16. That's the only one I ever use. And I'm just going to eyeball that right there. I did the front of the eyelet on the short side. It doesn't really matter. I'm using these eyelets here. And stick that in there. And seal it closed like that. It looks good just like that. And then I'm going to stick our little bulb pin in there. Like so. I just thought that little bird in the bird cage went well since we had the yellow canary in these. So, okay. Now that one is with the blue paper, so let's find the blue paper on this side. I mean, I may move these later, but yeah. That's where I'm putting it for now, and we just stick it right on there like that. It coordinates with the paper collection. And there we go. I like it. I think it looks really cool, and they look neat sticking out the side. I may at the end come by and put a different charm, or I may take one of these and move it to the top like so, and then the charm will hang on the page so it's not super redundant. But I haven't gone through all my charms to see which ones coordinate with this. Sometimes I have some roses. I don't know if I've used them all because I love those. Also, I think I talked about getting rid of this shoestring here. So let's do that while we're at it. I like this, but every time I try to use it, and then this was in the same bundle. So, you know. Let me clip off a couple of pieces of this. I'm sorry if I'm out of shot here. But that was in that same bundle, and I think I'm going to use this and go through here. I wasn't liking how that, well, this is kind of thick. I'm not sure how to get it through there. Let's see if I can roll it. There we go. All thumbs today. There we go. There we go. And I kind of like both pieces to show this way. So I think I'll clip this and this, and there we go. And then I will repeat with the other one. I think I like that, the way that goes better. Yeah, that fits in there. Yeah, that's gonna look good. So let's do this one the same. And I think, let's see, what did we just do? We did the clips. So next is going to be probably some flip overs or clusters or something. And then we'll start working on tags. So that's going to be fun too. And this book is coming together. I apologize for not putting a video up last week. Last week just got out of hand and I never could get to it. So I'm making 2, 3, 4, 5 videos today, so hopefully we'll have some posting in advance. So let me get that one and that one. All right, so that goes in there like that, and it's coming along. We have that pink, what did I do with that? Oh, the pink band that I'm using. It's still a little loose, but it's holding it all together, and you can see how much room you have to grow. So, all right guys, take care. I'll see you next time. Bye now.